that's that whole New York. Oh no, we got 2 games on Monday night. Excuse me, 2 games
Yeah.
on Monday. But I think that's kind of weird that we have 2 games next on week 2 and not week 1. And I think that's that whole New York BS right there. That whole Aaron Rodgers keep the focus, keep the attention. So here's how our picks break down for this week, Cleveland. Minnesota versus the Eagles. We both have the Eagles. I'll just say, I guess, the ones we disagree on. I have Green Bay over Atlanta. You like Ritter, huh? I don't know what it is like Ritter or what. Explain this one to the fans because Atlanta's at home. You're going to go with Ritter over Love? You just still not confident in Love? What's the deal there?
Still not confident in Love. Much better running game, much better offense than the Chicago Bears were able to show.
Yeah. Okay. So we agree Buffalo, Detroit, the Chargers, Tampa Bay, KC. I have the Colts over Houston. Like, that's really a kind of a gimme. It's the Colts in Houston -1. That really could go either way. I mean, even Vegas can't decide who to go. They give the Colts -1. Why do you got Houston? Is that CJ Stroud situation?
D'Amico Ryans. I think he saw enough tape to know, like, oh, okay, yeah, we got something for him.
The Colts really don't have an explosive offense, but I got the Colts. I just have a little bit more confidence in what the Colts. The Colts defense stepped up. The Colts defense played a great game against Jacksonville, and I don't know that the Texans are the team that Jacksonville is. So by default, I give the Colts the advantage in that game. We both agree on San Francisco, the Giants, Dallas. You got the Broncos over the Commanders. You got they're going to the West Coast, so they have to get on the plane and travel a couple hours. That's why you got the Broncos over the Commanders. What's your logic there?
I just don't see them losing two straight games like that. I mean, I was very gung ho on Howell and the Eric Bieniemy new vamped offense, but not so much. Not so much. I mean, they 20-16 against the Cardinals. Cardinals are
I mean, they're not that good, but Howell's first game starting. I mean, I think they'll get better. I think they'll get better. I think they're definitely better than the Broncos. I just the whole Broncos mix. I have no confidence. Who's their running back? Do they have a running game? Their number one receiver is down. I mean Russell.
They went and got didn't they get P. Ryan?
They have P. Ryan, but he was like a third down back in Washington.
P. Ryan, and don't they still have Williams over there?
Yeah, they got Williams and P. Ryan.
But Williams was hurt last year, wasn't he? Wasn't Williams hurt?
A little bit.
I think he's
recovering
a little bit.
Recovering from an injury. Like, I'm just not really confident what Denver is doing yet. I need to see it. This might be the game of the weekend is Ravens versus the Broncos. Or excuse me, Ravens versus the Bengals. Like the Bengals, if the Bengals go 0-2 to start their season 0-2, regardless bad weather, health, whatever you want to call it, the Bengals go 0-2, they're in trouble.
Rivalry game.
Another rivalry game. They're in Cincinnati. I got Cincinnati winning this game, but this very well could be the game of the weekend right now. The Ravens or the Bengals. That very well, fans. I tell you this. I told you last week. If you listened to me last week, I told you the game of the week was going to be the Dolphins and the Chargers. I'm telling you right now, the game of the week is going to be the Ravens and the Broncos. Or excuse me, I keep saying the Broncos. The Ravens and the Bengals. Like, this division rival. Like, both got something to prove. The Ravens didn't look great. They got something to prove against their division rivals who won their division last year. They got something to prove. Burrow in their terrible game that they had, regardless of whether you want to say the weather, their defensive line, their offensive line, they just wasn't a sync. Whatever reason you want to give, the Bengals got to have a better showing this week. I got the Bengals winning this game.
Unofficial game of the week. KC at Jacksonville. That game's going to be bananas. It's going to be bananas.
Yes, I can't argue that. I got KC in that game. I can't see KC going down 2-0. Although Jacksonville is there. Jacksonville is there. They're
nice.
They're a notch away from being a prime team in the league. They are right there. However, I just can't see KC my confidence, I don't think you were on the show, but my confidence in Patrick Mahomes is just, he's incredible, man. He's incredible. Yeah. He makes all the plays, and that receiving core just totally let him down. This totally let him down.
I was told that Patrick Mahomes is on the same trajectory as Tom Brady. And after last year, winning the Super Bowl on one leg, I'm not saying
comparison. There's no comparison between Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. There's zero comparison. Patrick Mahomes is not a game manager. He's not ever a game manager. He was the reason they won their Super Bowls were because of Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady wasn't the reason they won all those Super Bowls. Again, I can break that down.
I'm not going to debate you on that part. I'm just saying I am a Patrick Mahomes believer as of last year. So,
well, I mean, if anybody watched the game on last Thursday night when they needed a play, he just a fourth. It didn't make sense for Andy Reid to go for it on 4th and 25. Usually it's 4th and 20. They say, okay, it's 4th and 20. Okay, we're going to go for it. And then the guy jumps offside, the guy false starts. And then, okay, they're like, scratch that. Okay, we're going to punt it, right? Andy Reid's like, no, go for it. Go for it. And the receiver runs, it's 4th and 25 now. The receiver runs a 27-yard pass.
Exactly.
Mahomes puts it right. The only thing he could have did was walk it to him and deliver it to him in an envelope. That's the only thing he could have did better on that play. Scramble it around, let him get downfield, step back, throw it to him, put it on the money, and he drops the ball. Dude, as I'm thinking about this, if the rest of the season goes like that Week 1 game did, and they end up like a 9-8 team, like that's going to be a tremendous indictment on the Kansas City Chiefs front office.
Okay, we're going a little too far now. It's only Week 1. All right, let's settle.
I just said I got the Chiefs making it to the Super Bowl. I got a Super Bowl rematch, just to be clear. But if that was the season, because we see right now, we can establish right now at this moment that their weapons are less than accurate or less than they're below average in the league. We can establish that right now. The weapons that Patrick Mahomes have at his disposal are not average in the NFL. We all should be able to agree on that. We saw that from without Kelsey in the game, they're challenged. We all should be able to agree on that. So we're seeing right now that they should be challenged, and if teams force Patrick Mahomes to continue to be Superman, I mean, that could catch up to him. Again, I have the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl. However, if it were to happen that they were 9-7, that would be a tremendous indictment on the Chiefs front office for not putting the talent around him and not having him be in this situation. They had Juju Smith that they let go. They had Tyreek Hill that they let walk. They can't pay everybody. That's understood. But you got to get some adequate replacements on them. They went for Travis Hilaire, right? Who hasn't worked out, right? The receivers, these guys haven't worked out. They went to the scrapyard. Did they offer? What did they offer DeAndre Hopkins? DeAndre Hopkins should be on that team. Like, are you trying to win something? That makes me question DeAndre Hopkins. Are you trying to win, or are you just trying to get paid? Where are you at, big dog? Because he really should be if they offered him like $6.5 million, like that's an indictment on the front office. Did they offer him $10 million to come and join the team? Because they know they need talent. That's why they're talking to him. So that's all I'm saying is if that season continues, and what we're seeing right now from the other night, that Patrick Mahomes does have the requisite weapons to be fully effective in the NFL. If that would happen, not saying it will, but if that were to happen, that'd be an indictment on the Chief front office. Miami, New England. Now, New England, though though Philadelphia Eagles beat New England, that game came down to the final minutes of the game. I don't know if you got paid attention to it. That game came down to a receiver caught the ball inside the 20, but he didn't get both feet in bounds. That would have gave them the ball, gave the Patriots the ball inside the 20 with like 2 minutes to go, down by 5, like with the chance to win that game. I think Hurts made some great passes, but the receivers let him down, dropped a couple passes, and then Hurts made some ball passes. They were how the Patriots ended up with the ball was with 4 minutes to go, Hurts was running the ball and got hit and coughed the ball up inside their territory. So that gave that game was a close game. It gave them a chance. So I bring up the Patriots game to say the Patriots aren't stinking up the joint like some people expected them to be.
Well, Mac Jones played his best game in probably since he's been a starter. I mean,
now's the time. Now's the time.
Yeah, exactly. That was the perfect time to do it. Too bad they couldn't pull it off. But he like I'm looking at his we're talking about weapons. I mean,
they got
they have a hodgepodge of names.
Yeah,
but they're old names. In football years, they're old names. They're not breakout.
So what I was saying,
about
the Chiefs, what I was saying about the Chiefs and their restriction or reluctance to put the talent around Patrick Mahomes, the Patriots went the other way. They put all their talent on defense. So they got a good defense and a lot of players on defense, but their offense is still struggling. Like the running game is they got Ramondre Stevens who they're counting on. They went and got Ezekiel Elliott, who they're counting on to be their kind of the middle short yardage back. But the receivers, I mean, they have never went out except for the 1 year they went and got Randy Moss. Never put a high stock in their receiving core.
Never.
I mean, now if you're talking about a player who needs some help on the offensive side of the ball, that's Mac Jones, because Mac Jones ain't gonna win you the game alone. But you give him some top-notch receivers, you give him the Heisman Trophy winner, and he can do something. He can look pretty accurate, right, as he did in Alabama. So they might need to go out and invest in their offensive team a little bit. So, but the Dolphins going to be the Dolphins and the Patriots this weekend. 2 Alabama quarterbacks going up against each other. I got the Dolphins this game. Cleveland, who'd you take in this game?
To the New England Patriots, Cam.
And you want to explain to the folks why you took New England? I mean, people want to know.
I think Miami was, in a false sense of security, kind of putting up all those points against a team that wasn't really playing that much defense. The Bill Belichick defense will be a lot more formidable. I'm not expecting a 37-point outburst.
Oh, so Bill Belichick. So are you saying Bill Belichick can actually coach? Is that what you just said? Is that what you
I'm
just
saying that the New England defense.
Did you just establish that with the fan? Did you just establish that coaching matters?
What I said was the New England defense is better than the Los Angeles Chargers defense, and that the Miami Dolphins will have much more trouble scoring points. And because they can't really actually run the ball just yet, I'm not quite sure they're going to win that game. I'm going with the Belichick guys.
It sounded like it sounded like to me that coaching matters. You believe in coaching matters, and since you had no confidence in Brandon Staley, you have a lot more coaching. You have a lot more coaching. You have a lot more confidence in Mr. Bill Belichick than you ever had in Brandon Staley. That's what it sounded like to me. Am I wrong?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. The Super Bowl rings. Coaching is much more important in football than any other, than basketball.
So the Saints and the Panthers, we both got the Saints in this game. Cleveland plays the Steelers. This could be a good game too. That could be a sneaky good game too. To kill the Browns and the Steelers. They're both the Browns are 1-0. I mean, another divisional game. That could be another sneaky good game. But I think the game of the weekend is the Ravens and the Bengals. And I agree with you, Clint. The Jacksonville Jaguars with the Kansas City Chiefs can be another great weekend in this game. Our picks against the spread, I have Las Vegas. I'll take Las Vegas plus a 9 against the Bills. Again, I'll take Vegas and plus 9.5 against the Bills. Absolutely. I got Washington. I think Washington wins it outright, but I'll take the Washington. I have 5 here, but it's actually 3. It's actually 3.5. I'll take that 3.5 for the Washington team. What else we got? What else we got here? And I got Miami minus the 2.5. I'll take that. I'll take that on the road. Cleveland, you got Arizona and the 5.5. Who are the Cardinals got? The Cardinals and the Giants. Okay. So the Giants are favored in this one, huh?
By 5.5.
Yeah, that's an ugly game right there. There are a couple stinkers this week. That Giants Cardinals is a stinker. The Jets Cowboys is just gonna. I mean, is that worth turning on, guys? I mean,
of course it is. Oh yeah, what are you talking about?
I don't know if that's worth turning on.
Yeah, it is. Why wouldn't it be? It's defense against defense to start with, and then on top of that, you got to see how I have the draft Dak. I know it's like all my Cowboy family members. They gonna love this. I had the draft Dak just because I wasn't sure how Aaron Rodgers is gonna pan out during the season, not the first week of this season. So I picked up Dak, and he did absolutely. He got outperformed by head-to-head by Fields. So yeah, I'm anticipating a little bit more, but we'll see.
Okay. And then the New England, I got Miami minus 2.5. Cleveland got New England plus 2.5. So we going head-to-head there. Confidence picks. I got Green Bay 1 point, Philly 2 points, San Francisco 3 points, Buffalo 4 points, and then the Dallas 5 points. Cleveland gives Buffalo 5 points, gives the Niners 4 points, gives the Dallas Cowboys 3 points, Philly 1 point, and Detroit. You give Detroit a point. Hold on, I thought you were down on the line.
Philly 2 points, Detroit 1 point.
Yeah, did I have it wrong? I said Philly.
You said 1 point.
Detroit. Okay, you gave the Detroit over the Seahawks. you got the Hawks going on too.
Yeah, they don't have any starting tackles, bro.
Wow,
we talked about that earlier.
Wow. Okay. All right. Interesting.